And welcome back to the Create series here on Music for Gaming. It is great to have you here. And I am standing in front of my wall of crafting goodness because I need big crafty things. And basically what I need are these things, these crushing wheels, because it is time for me to do some automation. However, I need a couple more wheels. So let me just slap a few of these in here so you can see how this monstrosity works. And it is actually really cool. Oh, okay. And I say that, apparently I did not put them in correctly because that's how this works. But it is super cool when it does work. And there we go. There we go. That's how it works. And so everything's going to slam together. And when it's all done, I'm going to have another crushing wheel. Now, why this is important is because I need to crush stuff, right? I need glass, I need gravel, I need concrete, which is why I need glass and gravel. And I don't have really sand. But you can automate that. So I think it's time that I do that. Also helps if I hit the right button. So I'm going to take my crushing wheels and sleep, because that's what you do with crushing wheels. And let's go take a look at what I've gotten started with. All right, so I was dinking around a little bit off stream and put together this little monstrosity, which is a cobble generator. Right now, this is a special cobble generator specifically for Create mod. And I have forgotten how to move. Okay, so this big monster here is a vault. It's a full-size 3x9 or 3x3x9 vault that holds 1,600 stacks, which that's a lot of stacks, y'all. But the idea is that it acts as one unit that I can work with, right? So I can dump items into any part of it, pull it out from any part of it, and I've got stuff, which is cool. Then this guy is fun. I've got a stockpile switch on it so that when this thing gets full, it turns off. But if I were to turn this thing up, and I think I need to turn this one up too for a minute. Okay. See, what happens is I've got lava flowing from the bottom, and it touches the water up top, becomes cobble, and then I've got this thing shifting back and forth, and while it shifts, it doesn't exist. So it allows the stuff to grow. But then while it's, oops, let's finish getting this reset. Yeah, 30 seems good. But when it comes back in place, like when it stops moving, it breaks all the cobblestone automatically. So you end up with, what is this, 8x7, is that 56 or something, cobblestone every time it pops. And what's cool is it doesn't end up using any lava because it never actually creates a full source. Now, I got this design, or I adapted it from there's a video on Reddit that showed it, and I think Tango Tech also built this in his Create series. I kind of copied some of what he was doing. So I'll try to get a link to both of those in the description of the video. But this is just the beginning, because in Create, so much stuff can be created from cobblestone, and that is where we're going to start today. We're going to take the cobble, and we're going to turn it into gravel, and we're going to turn it into sand. At least that's the plan. So, time to get to it. There we go. So asking it to give me the shaft is not quite the way I was expecting this to go. You know, it seems like maybe that's not quite as stream appropriate as one might hope. Now, I'm not trying to make this as compact as I can. So for those of you who are worried about compactness, don't, because, you know, if you want super duper compact. Go take a look at somebody like Tango and all that fun stuff. But this is, I think, going to be okay. We go the right way, please. Thank you. You know, it's kind of nice when the hardware actually listens to you, you know? I spend enough time dealing with server hardware that just won't listen to me. It's nice when it actually does, you know? Okay, I think I've got at least the basic layout of this thing going. So the idea is stuff will get sucked in from here. It will then get pulled up this conveyor belt. It'll go through the chute, up the belt, through here where these tunnels will split the items evenly to drop into these 3 crushers, and then they'll all get fed down and then head back out this way. Okay? Does that make sense? Cool. So the next thing I need to do is actually set up a gravel storage container here to suck up the gravel and let everything that's not gravel continue on its merry way. All right, so I think, I do in fact have vaults on me, which is great. So let me hop up top, add a vault here, and then we'll figure out how this is all going to connect with all the other stuff. At least, I kind of hope it all connects to the other stuff. So the way you want to think about this, or at least the way I'm thinking about this, if you want to understand my own personal neuroses, is that this works a lot in a way that's similar to a Unix pipeline, or if you're in Windows, a PowerShell pipeline, where you'd have things that do one thing and you just feed them down the line to whatever comes next. So the idea is I've got my cobblestone generator, which stores the cobble here, and then that's going to get sucked into the gravel generator, right? And then get stored here until it's needed. And then everything will just continue down the line with each thing that needs it. And that's all going to be controlled with some wireless redstone, which I will get to here in just a minute. But that's sort of the idea behind this, okay? So if you're kind of wondering, how do I put all this together? This is how I'm approaching it. I'm not going to say it's the best way, but it seems to, or at least I think it's going to work for me. That's the hope and dream anyway. That's right. I would like a couple of stacks of your finest redstone, please. It's going to be awesome. I mean, you'll never know about it, but seriously, I'm doing awesome things with this, and you should be proud to be part of this project. You know, I built an elevator. I'm not using it. I'm being healthy. I'm going to take the stairs because that's healthier than taking the elevator and stuff, right? Yeah, sure. That's how that works. Probably in Minecraft. Just make this work in some way that's like fashionable or something. I don't know why fashionable is the adjective I went for there, but sometimes fashion is, you know, if you can't build something fashionable, you're probably me trying to build anything. But, you know, that's okay. We can make this work. When will I learn? Never do redstone on camera. I'm not going to learn. I know this about myself. The way this works is I've got a stockpile switch. So when this is almost empty, or actually it's more to the point when it's waiting to get to, I don't know, what did I just see? What was this? 85%. This will be on until it hits 85, and then we'll turn off until it gets back down to 30. Okay. This is, oh, darn it. Okay, I have been thwarted by scaffolding. But the idea is when this is empty, or empty-ish, it's going to light up this transmitter. And what it's going to light it up with is a signal that says, I want to craft with cobblestone. And that should then signal over here, which turns that on. But I think because of the way this works, I think what I have to do is actually grab a, grab that. I just need to slap a, oh, and then, hey, flip over to receive because that's important. There we go. That turns off. And, oh, turn that now. Cool. So now it's dumping cobblestone out of this vault. And it's going too fast. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Stop that. All right. So basically, I'm now failing at the whole feed items into the machine. But at least the redstone logic works. So now I just have to figure out this side of it. I think I've got a solution here. I had some chutes here. The items weren't going into the chutes. Now I just put some blocks to keep everything from when they pop off the conveyor belt, they pop into the dealy bob there. So let's grab some redstone dust. All right, so now it's going to start dropping things off. It's going to get sucked in. Looks like it's coming down here to grind away. I might... Ooh, some of it's getting passed. That's not ideal. Okay. So I'm going to have to slow this down. Cool. So let's go and just break that for a minute. But... Oh, let's get out of the way. So it is dumping a lot of cobble into the grinder, which is now becoming gravel. At least I think it's becoming gravel. Yeah, see, there it goes. It's becoming gravel. So I think I can crank up the speeds of this a bit. But we should now be able to see over here on ye old filtery dealy bob. Boy, I've got lots of cobble. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Well, I actually can't take a look and see how much stuff is used. So, nice. All right. Well, I've got something to worry about, but I think I've got some things going. I just need to slow down the amount of cobble that's being fed out of my cobble store. So now we can crank this sucker. There we go. Crushing it. So yeah, we just fired this puppy up. Now this thing is really hauling. And I think I should connect these to this because that is going to be a lot nicer. All right, so rotational speed controller. I've got a zillion and a half gearboxes that are doing too much. In fact, I might be able to just get away with a couple of large cogs here. I'll have to try that in a sec. But in theory, this sucker is moving. So if I let this power on now. Oh yeah, that is getting sucked up nicely. It is launching over the top. Cool. Okay. Stop. All right, let's, I'm going to have so much cobble here to clean up, but that was kind of fun, actually. And through the power of editing, I have now added a second module. Also, thanks to the power of the schematic cannon, I have a second crusher machine for sand. That's right. So the way the whole monstrosity works is I've got the cobblestone generating over there, right over there. And then it gets stored here. And then right now, it's getting crushed into gravel, which goes into this happy machine. And will stop, like, almost now. Almost, it's going to stop spitting out. Yeah, there we go. Stop spitting out cobblestone. And then this one, it's the same thing. When I need sand, my gravel machine kicks in, feeds gravel this way, and then the sand gets all crushed and fed in here. Also, I get a lot of flint and clay, and I'm going to do stuff with that later, I think. But for now, I think this is super great. One of the things I'm going to have to do soon is set up a machine so that I can turn that sand into glass, because I want to use some glass and it's a real pain. So that is going to be super, super awesome. All right, I've made lots of good progress over the last couple of days, so thank you so much for checking out the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, be excellent to each other. This is Music Free Gaming signing off.